Sitting with uncomfortable feelings is, guess what, really uncomfortable. And for some of us, it is something that we try not to do. But in this video, I want to explore why, but also give you some simple tools. I've got 4 simple strategies. It's an acronym. It's something that working as a counsellor, I swear by. So, who am I? My name's Jo. I work as an emotional health practitioner. This is my YouTube channel. This is my hobby. This is my passion. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and my channel is all about promoting and exploring good mental health. Now, if this video is not for you, completely understand that. Don't forget that there's other fantastic content creators here on YouTube, and I've also got, I think over 300 videos now. So definitely look at the playlists and just have a look around and make sure and see if you can find the right video for you. Sitting with uncomfortable feelings is hard. It can make us feel down. It can make us feel really unhappy. It can maybe make us feel a bit more anxious, a bit more overwhelmed and a bit more stressed. So there's something that for some of us we can do really easy, is that we can keep busy. We can find ourselves trying to rescue other people. Or we can find ourselves even getting bored and just trying to plod along. The thing is though, uncomfortable feelings will stay uncomfortable unless you process them. Now, sometimes what happens for most people is they can just suppress those uncomfortable feelings. Just suppress them and not focus on them, not notice them. But eventually what will happen is sometimes they will bubble up to the surface. So we keep suppressing and then they bubble up and it just carries on. So what I'd like us to do is I'd like us to explore how can you sit with those uncomfortable feelings. And with my acronym, it's as simple as that. So a big factor of why do you avoid sitting with uncomfortable feelings? Well, for some people, what they prefer to do is be super busy. For some people, they would prefer to procrastinate. For some people, they would much rather be a people pleaser. For some people, they would much rather try and be the rescuer and help their friends or family who are in drama. Because actually what they're trying to do is, in some cases, avoid their own uncomfortable feelings. Now, uncomfortable feelings, it's hard. It's hard, and sometimes when we do sit with them and we do try and process them, sometimes it can make us feel more overwhelmed and more anxious. But actually, what we sometimes do is we try and suppress them, try and suppress these uncomfortable feelings, and then guess what? It works for a period of time and then they'll bubble up. So we suppress them again. And it can be a bit of a vicious cycle where we keep trying to do that, and suppressing feelings can be exhausting as well as when they come up and feeling them. So I've got an acronym. It's a fantastic, famous acronym, and it's about the importance of rain. Now, certainly here in England, we get a lot of rain. It feels like April showers last all year here. But with that, it's 4 simple ways that you can practice sitting with those uncomfortable feelings. And even though it's going to take a bit of practice to begin with, and it's going to feel uncomfortable, eventually what can happen is you'll be able to just simply do it, and you'll get into the habit of it. And the awkwardness might not feel quite so awkward as you get more used to it. I just want to remind you of a great visual, that you have your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place. It's literally comfortable, it's cozy, and it's safe. The thing is though, nothing grows there in our comfort zone. Nothing grows there. The next zone that we have as we go out of that circle is the stretch zone. Now, the stretch zone is where we push ourselves. It feels uncomfortable, but we know that we can do it. We have this ability to believe in ourselves, and we can always go back to our comfort zone. And then outside that stretch zone is panic zone. And with panic zone, it is just terrifying. It's full of fear. It's full of what ifs and imagining the worst case scenario. The goal is to live just outside your comfort zone. Just have that ability to stretch like an elastic band, to push yourself into that stretch zone. The thing is though, when we're sitting with those uncomfortable feelings, is that it feels uncomfortable. So sometimes what happens is with those feelings is that we just pull it back to our comfort zone. But we have to recognise that unless we really push ourselves, great things come from discomfort. So how does this acronym of RAIN work? Well, the R stands for recognise. Now, what I need us to do is I need us to slow down, and I want you to recognise, what are you feeling? Actually, what is this going on in my body? Where am I feeling this uncomfortableness? Because by us recognising exactly what it is that you're feeling will simply allow us to move on to A, which is allow. Now, by allowing ourselves to have permission to actually feel these feelings, okay? Now this is where the uncomfortableness comes from, because what I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to sit with them, okay? Now you might want to do that just for a certain period of time. You might want to set a timer. You might want to go for a walk and allow part of your walk to allow yourself to feel that. Don't let it be too long, because it's not necessarily a pity party. This is us giving ourselves permission to allow ourselves to feel it. So whether that's a couple of minutes or 5 minutes, it's just about giving ourselves permission to feel that uncomfortableness in a safe and secure space. That moves us on to I, investigate. I want you to investigate with kindness, Why may you be feeling this way? Now, this is where it gets super tricky, because what I'm asking you to do is not only sit with it, but actually, why might you be feeling like this? What's actually really going on in your life? And this is where people can just try and suppress it, like I said earlier, because this bit's just too hard. But actually, what's going on in your life that's maybe causing you to feel this sense of uncomfortableness? Is it maybe to do with your job or to do with work? Is it to do with friends? Sometimes it might be really old and backdated, because finally you're being brave enough to really process it. It might be quite recent. You might think it's one thing, and you're so convinced, maybe with exam stress, you're so convinced it's because you're feeling this exam stress, when actually, guess what? It may be a friend's gone behind your back. So we're so convinced that it's this exam stress, when actually it might be something else. But by you investigating with kindness on yourself, being kind to yourself as you do this, again allows yourself that permission to kind of process these feelings of uncomfortableness. And that moves on to the last one, which is about natural awareness. This is really important. Okay, so this is where we're really starting to pull ourselves out. And what I want you to do is I want you to tap into your natural awareness. What is it that you can do to better help yourself right now? Because what we've done is we've recognized what we're feeling. We've allowed ourselves to feel it, okay, to feel that uncomfortableness. We've investigated with kindness, but actually now we need to hook ourselves and pick ourselves out of this. And with that natural awareness, that might be the things that bring you joy or bring you comfort. But actually, it might be also trying to solve the issue, okay? But it's about really bringing your natural awareness into the here and now, okay? Here and now, which will allow you to really try and find solutions with this. Now, I'm not saying that this is easy, okay? And this takes a lot of practice. And sometimes, like most things, certainly me with journaling, I love to journal and then I'll go weeks without doing it. With this particular activity of letting it rain, you might go weeks without doing it. And that's okay, because as soon as you remember, oh, right, let's try and do that, I want you to celebrate the fact that you've just recognized, oh, okay, I need to do that. So yeah, it's hard, but it is so rewarding. It's liberating. It gives you this sense of feeling empowered, because guess what? Instead of the uncontrollable with this uncomfortableness, you, my friend, are taking control of it. P.S. If this is the channel that you really enjoy, then please subscribe. I am growing this channel. It feels slow and steady, but I'm enjoying it, and Google are helping me along the way with YouTube Health. But with that, if it's for you, do subscribe, do hit the bell, and then at least I get to see you again. Bye. So yeah. Anyway, I need to go because I need to go and do a school assembly at a school. You take care, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.